G'day, Spice Legends. Welcome to Burnin Bites Down Under, the hottest show down under. That's right, Chilly Philly here. It's 8 a.m. in the morning in Sydney. I know it's bright and early, but tell you what, we've got a very special guest on today. It's 4 p.m. where he is in South Carolina, Spice Legends. Holy bejeebus. So we're joined here today by arguably the godfather of chili, the amazing man, the one who invented Carolina Reapers, Smokin Ed Currie. So we'll get Smokin Ed Currie here. Here he is, Legends. Hey, buddy, how you doing, mate?
How are you
awesome,
doing,
legend.
brother?
Oh, awesome, matey. A bit warmer here. I hear it's a bit starting to get into the direction of frosty and whatnot there in Carolina, mate.
Yeah, it's getting very cold.
Wow. Wow.
We're actually about 20 degrees below normal here, so I'm glad to be inside instead of at the farm.
Fair call, mate. Fair call. So, matey, tell us. Look, I know who you are. Who's that? Hey, Big Willy Philly. Oh my God. So I've got a few comments down the bottom there. So they're going to people are going to say a few things to us. David Yard saying hi. And they're going to sort of have a few comments in the interview there. It makes it a bit more interactive with our fans as well, mate. All right. Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah, I see, David. I just got the chat going.
Nice. Yeah.
So those of you who don't know me, I'm Smokin Ed Currie. I'm the president and owner, mad scientist, and chef at the PUCKERBUTT Pepper Company, and I bring the heat to most things hot. That's what I am.
And so, matey, you've been there for quite a while. How long have you been there at PUCKERBUTT? How long has PUCKERBUTT existed for now?
Well, we turned the hot sauce company into PUCKERBUTT in 2008, but we really started back in 2003. It was Smokin Ed's hot sauce company then.
Smokin Ed's hot sauce. And so, I'm just curious, like what there has to be. I'm sure there's a story. There has to be a story. Why did you change from Smokin Ed's hot sauce to PUCKERBUTT? Is it just sort of like a pucker up kind of line, but for your butt?
Well, no, actually, I was driving with a bunch of church ladies in a van during a snowstorm, and they were saying, women, their toilet humor is much worse than men. And they were all talking about how when they had my hot sauce or salsa, it made their butts pucker, and they were giggling and laughing. And someone said, if it doesn't make your butt pucker, it's not a PUCKERBUTT pepper. And I was like, oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Oh, that's a line. Yeah.
So, yeah. I actually went to LegalZoom and Zoomed it then. And then it took like 2.5 years for the attorneys to take care of things,
And you just sort of said to me before, none of them are inside the state. Is that an accident at all?
Well, there's actually 2 of them here in the state, but they have no idea I'm on camera. Or else they'd have sent you agreements.
Fair call, buddy. Fair call. Keith Nichols. Oh, Keith is just like, oh, man. Oh, he goes, we need to see this guy. We need to see this. All right, buddy. So, look, in front of me, I've got 12 sources from Australia, all Australian producers, makers, growers, and whatnot like that. So, obviously, you're very familiar with Hot Ones. You've made some of the sources for them. I believe you did. And I think including the last dab and something new, which we're going to sort of touch on in a sec as well. There's Bella there in the background. She's giving you her lineup. Is that right? Hey, Bella.
Yeah. She's giving me the lineup Brandon just called.
Legend. So what's the lineup that you got there this morning, Smokin Ed?
Well, we just helped Hot Ones come out with this, there it goes, this new honey with Pepper X flakes in it. It is amazing.
Nice.
I came out with the bad apple sauce again for the holidays. This is a blend of pineapples and apples and spices and Reaper Scotch Bonnet Cross. It's real nasty.
Good stuff. Then what's the next one?
Chipotle Express that's number 9 on the Hot Ones, or number 8 on the Hot Ones this year. No, I think it's number 9. That's another Pepper X sauce. We got last year's Last Dab.
Ooh, Triple X.
Yeah, this one amazing.
That's
never had Last Dab. It is.
I have actually. I was very pleasantly surprised. Yeah, it's so well balanced. Like it is. Look, it is hot, but at the same time, it's super balanced for how hot it is. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that when I make hot sauce, if you can't use it on food, or if you can't use it with cooking, or as an add-on to something, you can make stuff hot, and it just doesn't taste good. But if it tastes good, then you're going to use it and buy more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And look, this is an argument I have all the time. Oh, I love this one. Is that the
Yeah.
the Last Dab Double X? No, that's
No, this one is the Reaper edition of the Last Dab. It is amazing.
Yum.
Oh,
now
I want some press pull too. And then we have the original Pepper X sauce Gator. This one's delicious. I tend to like things that are a little hotter. The brain
I wonder
burner.
why. I wonder why.
One show.
Brain burner, yeah.
Amazing. I mean, I don't know if people know, but most of the sauces that are on the hot ones, if it says hot ones, I'm the one doing it,
Oh, Brandon. Hey, Brandon. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Brandon.
Hello, boss. And this Apollo. Look, I'm going to talk to you about this one. I wanna, yeah.
This one's a funny one. It's the press pool. This is the license plate for Melania Trump's car up in Washington, her limousine.
Nice.
And
Johnny Scoville joins us.
Hey, Johnny. Hey, Brandon. But we got a call from Mick Mulvaney. He said, we need you to make hot sauce for the Secret Service. So I made them 2 different hot sauces.
Really?
One called the Beast and one called the Press Pool. Yeah. That's what the Secret Service got for Christmas last year.
Wow. Hey, Doc. Hey, Doc. I just wanted to say to Brandon Peters, look, matey, I know you've sort of been missing out and you get a bit more attention on Bella lately, but we're inviting you and Bella onto the show. Don't worry, we'll pay some attention to you too, buddy. It's okay. All right. We'll make sure you don't miss out. We love you too, mate.
Yeah. If you didn't know, I hired Dark and Bella to come work for me. Bella's in the store Monday through Friday here, and Dark's with me, whatever I'm doing. And he's taken over my social media stuff. So our YouTube channel is going to be professional now. Edited videos, all that kind of crap. And
so Shendell said, hey, can you ask Ed, have you got any taste buds left, or are they all melted together like our roads in the summer?
Well, I don't know. We might be doing some silencer too. I need some spoons, baby. But you
can't a beautiful shadow, Brandon.
It's just a chemical reaction with a nerve receptor that we perceive as heat. There's really no damage that can happen from eating a pepper unless you are predisposed to an allergy to nightshades. Other than that, it's just a little bit of pain and it goes away.
And you know what the irony is, Ed? Like I read scientifically, right? Apparently your mouth actually gets cooler when you're experiencing the heat, right? Mm-hmm. Like you said, it's all in the nerve, it's all in the brain.
Yeah.
It's actually temperature-wise colder. I was like, what? Crazy. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
All right, legend. So, matey, what are you whacking any of this gear onto something, or are you just going to go straight and raw dog it?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Are you going to put all this stuff onto some sort of food, or are you just going to raw dog it and just go straight in the mouth, mate?
This is how I like my hot sauce.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Awesome, buddy. And so was that the whole 12, or?
I don't know. Let's see. That's 9, 10. I need 2 more. How about some honey bonnet is really good. And maybe some bacon me crazy.
Okay.
Bacon me crazy. That sounds legit.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you're not a vegan then, hey?
No, it's actually a vegan sauce.
It just
tastes like bacon.
Really?
Yeah. My
friend, vegans.
I don't know
if you know, got your back.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Tom Toth from Voodoo Chilies.
Okay.
I got together with him and we made, because I liked his bacon sauce, but it just wasn't hot. So we made one that was hot with Reaper. Ooh, and then we got honey bonnet, which used to be mild, but it's now not mild. We're using the Reaper Scotch Bonnet Cross.
We made it not mild.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, buddy. Well, let's dive into the first question and the first source, matey. Look, the first one I'm going to go mild to wild. So I'm going to start off with this one. You're talking about honey there. I've got this one from Be All Natural. It's in Queensland, Australia. It's chili, chocolate, and honey. right?
Awesome.
Imagine, yeah,
Awesome.
imagine honey with Nutella and chili. It is beautiful. What are you going to start with,
You
mate?
take a bath in it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said to Jason Robic, going, mate, I got to bathe in this stuff. This stuff is legit.
Awesome.
Awesome. And so, what are you going to start with, buddy?
I don't know. I'm going to start with some gator sauce.
Nice. Well, I've only got, so I suppose I just sort of get a bit of an homage to Hot Ones today, because we're talking to the creator of some of the amazing hot sauces in the old Hot Ones special there, and that's why I thought, well, I usually go a bit of steak. There's a bit of Australian. Yep. Let's go. Cheers, mate. But I thought, why not hot wings today, right? So this one is going to go raw in the mouth, but the rest are going to be on hot wings. So, buddy, the first one I want to ask you, really obvious question, right? And I think some people know the story and some people need to hear it, right? Apparently, you were a banker before, a banker, right? And you jumped into growing and developing chilies and sauces because of this really low point that you hit. Apparently, there was a really hectic blizzard, and you had this real epic moment. Can you tell everyone that's not aware of this backstory of yours a bit more about it? Give us a bit more of an elaboration there, mate.
Well, I actually started in chilies back in 1981, and I had good reasons to start with them. I was researching heart disease and cancer at college, but I was a drug addict and alcoholic, and I had gotten to the point where I just didn't want to live anymore. And I was trying to kill myself. I had opened all the doors and windows up in a blizzard. It was very cold in Michigan, and I kind of saw an angel, and that angel told me to go to a place called Brighton Hospital, which you couldn't find in the phone book. There was no internet really back then. And I couldn't, I just didn't know where to go. So I drove around in this blizzard, went to a friend's house. That friend happened to know where the sign was for Brighton Hospital. She had passed it before on her way home. They took me there. It was a rehab hospital. So I spent 30 months there going inpatient and outpatient, getting clean and learning how to live a new life. And while I was doing that, I started gardening again and growing chilies, man. It got me back in that direction. I eventually, about 33 months after I got clean, I moved back down here to South Carolina, and I started growing chilies and tomatoes and other nightshades, and started experimenting again.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. And because it's quite wild. Like, it's just such a random leap to be from one direction to the other. But then you said that because of that, basically, you said in one interview that chili saved your life.
Yeah, chilies did save my life. It gave me the direction, and I truly believe that God, the God of my understanding, everybody's got the right to their own God, man. But the God of my understanding was putting me back on the path I was supposed to be on, that I got put on back when I was 16 years old. The reason that I started really breeding peppers again is because my mom got lung cancer, and my wife to be wouldn't talk to me, man. She called me a funny little man, wouldn't give me her phone number, wouldn't tell me her name.
I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in a second, actually.
Okay.
So we'll delve into that a bit more. That's a good story too. And I want you to touch a bit more on that in a sec.
But see, people don't know, like when I was a banker, I also had a farm, okay? And I would drive like 45 miles to my farm after work every day and work the farm until dark. And that's what I did until 2011. Okay.
Wow. How do you? Yeah. You're a machine, mate. Like I've seen that you apparently get up at 3:30 in the morning every single morning, and I'm like, dude, you are a freaking machine. That's phenomenal that you do that.
That's what here's the secret to success: hard work. Okay.
Yeah. People don't get that. It doesn't come overnight. And it's
people think if you own a business, it's easy. No, the owner works the hardest.
Yeah, that's right. They're not working the hardest, and there's something wrong. But that was something that somebody said to me. They're going, "Oh, these people have this easier." I'm like, no. a business isn't 9 to 5. A business is 24/7. And I think what's that guy that was Gordon Gecko? He may be fictional, but at the same time, he said this thing that was so true. He said, money never sleeps, and neither does business. Business never sleeps, And I seen guys like Tony Robbins. He sort of nailed that kind of thing where he goes, if you want to be successful in business, you need to sleep less and work more. Yeah. I'm like, true. Yeah, man.
Literally, I answer emails until 9 or 10 at night. I sleep for 4 hours, maybe 5 hours. And I'm back at the farm.
Man, weapon. You're a weapon. That's the way, buddy. Just let me know. Look, I know I'm Australian, mate. I'm going to throw a bit of terminology at you sometimes every now and then. If I don't make sense or you're just like, what are you saying? Just let me know.
Hey, I'm a Yankee in the South. I don't understand half the things I'm told. I just keep on going.
Fair call, buddy. Fair call. All right, mate. Well, this next sauce I'm going to go. I got this one from Kielty's Hot Sauces. They're in New South Wales. This is labeled a pie sauce, right? I got told this is amazing at pies, but listen, I drink this stuff because it's amazing. But I'm going to put this first one on my first wing here. What's the next one? The first one you got, mate. The second one you got.
Well, since you're having pie, I'm going to have bad apple, which is is our version of pie.
Yeah,
it is.
Is it good in turkey and chicken and stuff like that as well? Or
that's what we did on Thanksgiving. We were using it all over.
Nice. All right,
I like hot sauce on my ice cream. I put it on some vanilla ice cream. It was amazing.
Good stuff. All right, mate. Well, look, the next question I want to ask you, and I'm sure you've been asked this a million times, right? But I want to ask you, and this is it's a couple of questions in one, right? So just answer the best of your ability. What went through your mind when you created and ate the first Reaper? And look, was this created by accident, or did you have a certain formula, something you were following? And the next part of it is, look, what's the hottest pod you've eaten, right?
Cheers.
Right. Cheers, buddy. God, I love that.
Awesome. You want some?
I'm having some.
Okay. Well, when I made the Reaper, I actually crossed this pepper from St. Vincent with 9 other peppers. Okay.
9.
Because we were searching for, I believe, and a lot of medical science is showing, and I have a report right here that came out just on Monday that has some of that medical science in it. That chilies can kill cancer. There's a
key. I want to talk about that with you more as well. Because,
well, there's a key on one of the subcapsionoids that when you get it to a cancer cell, it kills the cell. It causes an autoimmune sequence.
Is that because it's alkalinic? Is that because it's full on alkaline?
Yeah, the lawyers would tell me to stop talking.
With the tap on the shoulder.
Yeah. Okay. But
stop out, man.
This one chili happens to be pretty high in that capsionoid. Okay. Yeah. So when I bred them together, I wasn't expecting it to be as hot as it was. Any of these crosses in this line. What I was looking for was to measure the capsionoid in the HPLC. But the first time I ate the Reaper...
sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but for those that are uninitiated, tell them what the HPLC is.
High Performance Liquid Chromatograph.
There you go. Yeah.
Everyone's
like, what? Was that English?
Yeah. So the first time I ate the Reaper, it knocked me to my knees. I was not expecting it, okay? I was drooling, I was snotting, all the things that happen when you eat something super hot. But what I did get was high, okay? The endorphin rush from it was amazing. So being the idiot that I am, I took another bite just to see what would happen. And it really knocked me out. I got cramps and stuff. And I had been eating ghost chilies and other things for a while, 7 pots. Never gotten cramps before. This is the first pepper that gave me a cramp. Wow. So the very first thing I thought about was, I got to call Brett. And I called my buddy Brett Gator Rogers, and I had him come over, and I said, "Here, try this chili." And he popped it in his mouth, and he was like, "Ah!" And then we started pranking all our friends with it.
It's such a bloke thing to do.
Yeah.
Is to go, hey, this fucked me up. Hey, want to try this?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I got a good poker face, so I put it in my mouth, and I'm like sitting there going, and he's like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm like, oh yeah, well, you want me to go get you a diaper, you know? And as soon as he put it in his mouth, I spit mine out, and I was like, ah.
You fool.
He called me some names I just don't repeat anymore. But
fair call, fair call. And so,
yeah.
look, I wanted to ask you, and that part of that question, that's obviously at that time that was the hottest pod you'd ever eaten. What's the hottest pod you've ever eaten now, mate?
Well, we've got many chilies that are hotter than the Reaper. The hottest one I will admit to is what we're calling Pepper Y right now, the one in the Apollo.
Ooh,
okay,
right.
yeah,
okay, nice.
And everybody who's tried that, Bella, come look on. How big of a piece did you try?
It was not very. It was not. Wait, was that the one I ate in front of Rainn Wilson?
Yeah.
I ate a whole one, and it was really bad.
That's saying something in front of you, mate, obviously, yeah.
And she ate a little teeny one.
It was tiny.
And she was not happy, and she had to go home.
Yeah, and let me go home for the day.
That's bad. It's like, you go home now. You're like, I will.
I was like, what's going to happen to me, Ed? What's about to happen to me right now?
Okay. And I just laughed. Because she was trying to get the littlest pepper on there because she was in front of her hero, Rainn Wilson. And I just sat there laughing.
Well, I didn't know it was. I picked it because it was pretty.
You're like, I just can imagine that what going through your head. You're just going, please don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Yeah.
No, we don't make peppers chemically, Dave. It's all crossbreeding. That's all.
Awesome. All right. Well, matey, let's dive into this next one here. Thanks, Bella, for that one. This one I got is called Raspberry 100 from Fineline Gourmet Chilies. This is from Adrian Zacaro. Originally, it only made 100 bottles, but it got so popular, he had to make more and more and more. I think he's like on 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. I don't know, too many to count. But I love this stuff. And I tell you what, if you pop this on, what's it called? Say you drink, you don't drink, sorry. But something with cinnamon. Cinnamon makes it pop. The raspberry makes it pop with the cinnamon.
We have cinnamon in quite a few sauces. I like cinnamon.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So what do you got there, mate?
I've got Brain Burner here. This is the first sauce on the Hot Ones game show.
Oh, nice.
And it was actually a mistake I made. I added something to a sauce I was making by accident. I forgot what I was making it for, and it turned out to be really good. So I sent it up to Noah. Cheers.
It's good when you can be successful from mistakes, mate. Hey, bloody oath. All right, cheers, buddy. All right. So this next question.
If you look at history, most people who are you going to do some?
Yeah, of course.
Well, come on.
We
can't show him the naked man in the back.
My head will hide him.
That's right. We're not PG. That's okay. Just no nudity. Come on. I'm talking to you, Bella. I'm talking to you. No, just kidding. So, Ed, I wanted to ask you, matey. And this is, I'm sure you have been absolutely berated and asked about this a million times before. You just sort of talked about Pepper Y there. But look, matey, a million of us have asked and we're wondering with the bated breath, when are we going to see the results of Pepper X or something hotter than a Reaper? Or because I remember I saw on an interview you said, look, it's going to takes about 6.5 years and 8 generations to stabilize the Reaper. So, look, what's the story with that, matey? Can we hear something about that?
Well, it took 3 years to get the USPTOS trademark on Pepper X. Okay. The patent is pending on the genotype. And as long as my friends at Hot One want to have the exclusive to using it, I'm sorry, but I'm not releasing the seeds. They're my friends.
Oh, no. Sorry, the results. The results.
Oh, you want to see the results? Yeah. We'll probably release the results once the patent is done. Okay.
And sorry, how far have you off that, mate?
Have you dealt with the government in Australia before?
I think not many people are very fond of governments, to be honest, let alone their local one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got the patent pending. There's research. All the research data has been given to them. And as soon as we have all the information back, we're going to put a press package together and we'll do a big release. And that's probably when I'll break. See, right now, the Reaper, we can go up in the Reaper all the way to around 3 million on average. Okay.
Really? On average?
We worked on average. We worked with 3 other universities and did a grow in the Yucatan. And their medium in the Yucatan was 3.2 million using Reapers. Okay. So I can keep on beating my own record with the Reaper. There's really no reason to release another pepper. Okay. Or release any other data. That's called intellectual property. It's part of the value of a company. And for those of you who don't know business, the value of your company is based on your intellectual property, your inventory, and your sales. And when you keep your intellectual property secret, the value goes higher, okay?
Yeah, and so does jealousy, I suppose, as well.
And people like exclusives. So if you give someone exclusive use of something, usually they get to look at the data and then they decide, yes, we want to use that. And everybody's happy. Okay. The only people who aren't happy are those naysayers on, on Facebook and other social media. And frankly, your opinion doesn't matter.
Okay. Actually, that's something I wanted to talk about. What's it called? With social media opinions. Now,
hey, wait a minute. Let me give a shout out to Clint Myers because I love his stuff, and we've had it here at the store before. So
nice. What's your favorite Clint Myers sauce, mate?
What's that?
What's your favorite Clint Myers sauce from Fire Dragon Chilies?
Oh, I don't even remember the name of it. It's been so long since I had some. It was in a short glass bottle.
Something like this? Ooh, is this it?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
But I just wanted to say hi, man, because we used to talk a lot, and I just don't do much on social media anymore.
Yeah, you're a hard guy to get hold of, mate. And then I'll ask you a question, and like 2 days later, you're like, thumbs up or okay. And I'm like, come on, give me more than that.
If you look at my messenger, I probably have 10 or 15,000 unread messages. If you're not in that top 10, sorry.
I'm not talking to you. Yeah, fair call. Fair call, buddy. Hey, look, this is the other thing is I sort of I'm going to ask you another question in a second. But it's just funny that you brought up the social media thing, right? And things blow up on social media are up. One of the things I've heard of social media is there's a lot of warring factions, we might say, in the chili world. What I've seen you. I've seen you on an interview talking to Tony Primo. You're pretty chummy. What's the story, mate? Are you guys mortal enemies, or we mates, or we best mates? What's the story? Are we just nothing but chili love? What's the story with that?
You know what? My God teaches me not to have anything but love for other people. So that's the way I act towards others. It's not how you talk about me, you think about me, or what you do to me. It's about what I say to you, what I think about you, and what I do to you. And so I keep my side of the street clean. All right. And every time those people who are negative on social media and I get together in person, things are all fine. It's only when they're behind the keyboard, maybe 3 sheets in, that things go wrong. And I used to be one of them, so I can't judge.
I think some people get really brave behind a keyboard when there's no one in front of them, but then you see a person in front of you, they're like, oh.
Yeah. Well, and also, libations make people brave too. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
is this one of the many reasons why you don't do that anymore? It makes you seem a bit smarter and say things a bit smarter, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shahina's in the house. What's up, UK?
Yeah. Hey, Shahina.
It's the way. Nice. Oh, thanks, Shahina.
Hey, it's Vic.
Vic, that's Vic, the way.
Is one of the best people you'll ever meet in the whole world. I love him like a brother.
Yeah, we'll have to get him on the show. It's part of my hit list, I think. Yeah,
I'll give
list.
you his home phone number. You can get with him.
That's a long distance call, but I'll make it. Bloody oath. All right, mate. Well, look, let's delve into the next source, mate. I've got this one here from Gods' Sources in WA, right? This is called Smoky Jerk, right? I love this one. What do you got there next, mate?
I think I'm going to do Chipotle Express.
Ooh, yum. Yeah, buddy. That's the thing. Like, there's so many different amazing sauces out there. So many different flavors. It's really amazing to see. There's just so much love and so many different flavors and diversity. So, look, this one I want to ask you is, look, that you just sort of showed us that Apollo there, Matty. I want to ask you, look, what did it take to create Apollo sauce, and how hot is that? Plus, look, what other sauces and products on the way? I hear some things about extra hot Reaper squeezins, shaken not stirred, the sludge, and then you got some charities that you're raising money through the sales of those as well, buddy.
Well, the Apollo pepper is, it's one of the hottest ones that we've got out there right now. Noah over at Heatness asked me to make something that was going to knock out the last dab. He goes, "Can you do it?" I said, I can do anything. Okay. So,
have you met this guy?
Yeah. Essentially, the Apollo is the pepper, powder made out of the pepper, and then oil from the pepper. We actually use a press.
Sorry, which pepper? Say that again. Which pepper was it?
It's the Apollo pepper. That's what we're calling it right now. Okay.
Right, and this one's hotter than a Reaper, is it?
Oh yeah, it's hotter than Pepper X. So is this the Pepper Y or is this Pepper D? Yeah, it's the three of them combined in maybe 5% vinegar, 4% vinegar. That's it.
Jeez.
Yeah,
mate. So that's like that's more like a mash.
Yeah, it's amazing flavor. The pepper is amazing, but it's that whole line of peppers has a big delay on it. So you eat them, and then you're like, oh, this tastes really good. It's not really that hot, but like 30 seconds later, like, oh, what the hell did I just do?
Mistake. I'm having a stroke.
Oh, Bella, I'm sorry. Did you want to do some Chipotle Express?
I love
She's looking at me like what?
Where did it go?
Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
So the shaken not stirred was actually a mistake. I left Brandon and my cousin Bill alone in the kitchen and told them, just do this. And they just didn't follow direction. And after it was done, it's separated. So it looks kind of like, and I hate to say it like this, but it looks like there's some egg yolk inside it. And you got to shake it to make it, but you can just take the yolk part out and have that, and it's super hot. So we're gonna
the sludge. I saw you doing the sludge. The sludge is very dark there too.
The sludge was horrible. It's the first time I had hiccups in years.
I did see that. Oh, they got, oh, Ed, you're hiccuping.
And that was another mistake that two people, maybe named Brandon and Bill.
Brandon says, I don't follow direction.
But they took about $30,000 worth of product and kept on cooking it until it turned into about $1,000 worth of product. And it got me so high when I tried it the first time that I took it all and hid it.
Mine, the precious.
Well, I put it in my coffee every morning. A couple drops in your coffee, and it just lights you up in the morning, and you're good to go.
That suits you. It suits so well that moment. Precious, and you're like, I burned the precious master. No.
You said the extra hot Reaper squeeze, and it's the one with the red cat.
So look, you're raising the money. Sorry, I keep interrupting you, buddy. But you're raising money for these foundations. Tell me a bit about those ones.
Well, like we just did Giving Tuesday yesterday for the Charlotte Rescue Mission, which provides free inpatient care for anybody suffering from addiction, homeless people to the wealthiest people. but it's a long-term program, 90 days to 2 years, and it's all free. It's all free. So we're raising money for them. We also raise money for Wounded Warriors. We raise money for Hooks, Line, and Sinkers, which is another veteran foundation. We raise money for a thing called All Play Together, which builds playgrounds for handicapped kids. So
Keith Nichols wants you to say his name because he said it's his lifelong chili quest.
Hello, Keith Nichols. My name's Currie, and I'm saying your name.
Oh, there you go. I think Keith is using his name a little bit.
So yeah, the All Play Foundation is amazing because everybody's got to be. We all got to work together, and there's a lot of local charities, food banks and things that we raise money for. I try to give away somewhere between 10 and 20% of all of our net income for the year. Just giving back to the community because that's the right thing to do.
Welcome, Keith. So tell me what we about to say about this Reaper Squeezins, the extra hot, mate. Well, that's a sexy bottle, by the way. It's a very sexy bottle.
Squeezins was hot to begin with. Okay, it's probably one of the hottest.
I tried some.
It's one of the hottest natural things in the bot. People are. Let me just say this. People keep on saying, "Oh, I have natural 6.9 million Scoville, hot sauce." Blah 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 blah. There's nothing natural that's 6.9 million.
Yeah, it smells like an extract
from China, right? It's Chinese caps crystals, and you're.
Can you say it like this? Go China.
Yeah. But you're adding it into hot sauce. It's not natural. All right. Peppers are natural. Okay.
Brandon's got a beef with you. It took me 3 months to start calling me dark.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, buddy.
He's not dark. He's a child of the light, and we're going to change him.
Show us that bottle that Reaper Squeezins when you were showing me before.
So
that looks really sexy, mate. Hey.
Yeah, this one used to be like 93.4% Reaper and Reaper powder, and then like 7% vinegar. Now it's 97% Reaper and powder and 3% vinegar. And all the money for this goes to the All Play Foundation. So when you buy it, it's $25. But when you buy it, we give all the money to the people building those playgrounds. And this batch, we're gonna give them a check to get the next one started because they finished the one that was done, and I want them to make another one over here.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right, buddy. Well, let's delve into another sauce and another question. So this one I've got here is from Chasey Chili, right? This one's called Aussie Gold. Now, this is the first sauce that I've tried with a tincture in the sauce. Yeah, bit different. And that's the weird thing. It's quite balanced. It amazes me. Like you usually think tincture, you're going, yeah, this is going to wreck my day, right? This one, no. This is actually it's good flavor. Quite balanced, and it's really enjoyable. What's the one you got there, mate?
I think I'm gonna do the Reaper Dab.
Ooh, Reaper Dab, yeah, buddy. So, the question I got for you, matey, this would be interesting to see what you have to say about this one. Right? Is look, what happened to the HB 56 Death Strain, mate? I saw you at a HB. I think it was about 7 years ago. Brought a tear to your eye. And he said it hadn't happened in 6 years. Is this one hotter than that now? What's the story with that, buddy?
The Death Strain is still out there. Some people might or might not have eaten it during that chili contest.
Shout out to Netflix. If you haven't seen We Are the Champions yet, go watch We Are the Champions. Episode 2, chili competition, chili eating. Wow. Go to watch it.
Hey, listen, we have a lot of chilies that are hotter than the Reaper. We just don't release them, okay? Because we're putting them to good use.
Luciano goes, I can't stop staring at Phil. He looks so different. So for those of you that don't know what the hell happened to this giant beard that was on my face, Ash Urbacher was raising money for Movember for men's health, and I decided to jump on the bandwagon. He hadn't quite hit his quota yet. He wanted to hit his target at 2,500. I said, listen, you guys hit the 2,500. I'm going to shave the beard off to a mustache of whatever the audience wants to see live, right? the audience consensus was the chopper, thus this giant monstrosity on my face. All right. Yeah. So sorry. I hate to interrupt you. I'm really sorry.
No, that's fine. I
you reckon it made an
just
appearance?
thinking, you look like you could be in the Village People too. You know.
YMCA. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and that's the thing. Like you, the Netflix special was really interesting because you said that the Reaper was only round 6 out of 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
And you had a few there that you didn't quite. He didn't even have names for yet either. And I'm guessing, like, if you didn't have names to them, you obviously hadn't tested them yet either.
We have about 400, maybe even more, to 492, I think, to be exact, chilies that just have numbers. They're crosses that are stable or stabilizing that just have numbers.
And so you, like I said, you did say that it takes 8 generations to stabilize or something like that. No, the giant reaper is just a giant reaper. But
no, it takes 8 to 10 generations for genetic stability.
8 to 10.
It takes 15 more years for it to become a cultivar. Okay, people mistake pod stability with genetic stability, and so there's really no such thing as a pod stable plant. Okay.
So for those of us who aren't well versed in that, do you want to just touch on that genetics bit? To just explain that to people that aren't there for the layperson?
So when they declare genetic stability, a geneticist and a botanist are studying. We have them look at these plants. They compare.
Sounds like a joke. A geneticist and a botanist walked in a room.
Yeah, they work together. They compare year to year to year. Is the plant shape correct? Is the leaf shape correct? Is the pod correct? Then we have to go to the chemical analysis. Is that coming true the same year after year after year? And then if you want, you pay for DNA, okay? And you get genetic stability. Yeah, I only know of one person in the whole chili community who has paid for DNA analysis. All right,
is that you?
We had to do a lot of things to prove the Reaper was the Reaper. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, people go to a habanero bin. All right. You're not going to find 2 habaneros that are exactly the same. That plant we know is 30,000 years old. They've found seeds in jars that are 30,000 years old. All right. So pod stability, genetic stability are not the same thing. Eggplants don't look the same. Tomatoes don't look the same.
That's a good point.
You might have 20 tomatoes on a plant that look exactly the same, and then 15 that look nothing like the rest.
Wow.
It's called nature. Okay.
And that's the thing, like you're going to get mutations and things like that. So that must be super frustrating. Like you said, you have a few happy accidents, but I'm sure there must be a million unhappy accidents where you're like, oh, come on, just do what I asked you to do. Just do my thing.
It does.
It's hard playing God with stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's, a lot of times, a lot of things you see online, people say, oh, my pepper is crossbred and I got this new thing, and they grow it and they say, oh, it didn't work. It looks just like the Reaper again. That's called an off pheno. It's not a new crossbreed. It's just an off pheno.
And it's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah. And people just don't understand because they go to, instead of going to a science book, they go to Wikipedia or Google or something. And they say, oh, it said it on the internet. It must be true.
It's sort of like when you go, was it WebMD? What does this rash mean? Oh, I've got HIV. Oh, shit. It doesn't work like that.
There is a place, almost every town has one. It's called a library. They have books in them. Books contain facts.
Fair call, Betty. Fair call. All right, mate. Well, let's delve into another one. I've got another question, another source. I've got this source here from Viking Chili. This is called Freya's Fire.
Wow.
Right? This one reminds me a bit of your Last Dab Double X, right? Because it's got that lime and that lemon, a little bit of ginger. So it's like a milder version of your Last Dab Double X. I quite like it.
Well, I'm going to do the Triple X.
Wee. Triple X rated. All right, mate. So look, the question I wanted to ask you is, we just sort of delved into that whole Netflix kind of special that just sort of popped up. Now that sort of really puts you on the map if you already weren't, you know. How have things been going since the Netflix special got involved? And look, are we going to see a sequel or a rematch or a regular event from now on with Netflix? So cheers, buddy. We'll hit this one first.
Cheers. I already did it. Yes, to answer the last question, yes, we are doing another one. They are invite only. Like there was the only negative thing I saw at all about this was a bunch of people from England said you didn't invite the Chili Queen. Well, one, I wasn't aware of the Chili Queen. I don't go on social media. Two, I only invited my friends. And some guy said, you know, I talked to one of the producers because they kept on claiming to say Netflix invited them. And Netflix didn't invite anybody to my competition. I invited everybody. Okay. They reached out to the list of people that I gave them. But it turned out that someone on the production team who really had no authority had reached out to the Chili Queen. But they never told me. And I had no idea who she was. So that's the only negative that's come from it. Other than that, there has been a ton of positive feedback from this thing. And we filmed it a year and a half ago, okay? A year and a third. And we had planned on doing another one this year, but COVID hit, you know, and I don't want to have a chili contest in front of 5 people, you know?
Yeah, right. That's sort of why we're doing what we're doing here. Like, listen, I'd much rather prefer to be talking to you face to face, you know, and rah. But hey, got to adapt, you know. But I want to touch on that what you just said there.
The stage we're building here in town at a park that'll hold about 50,000 people. Wow! Because we have 5,000 people here in downtown Fort Mill. The stage is going to be big enough to have 20 contestants. I'm going to bring 5 back from the original set. Okay. And then I'm going to invite 15 more from around the world. Okay. Like,
here we go. So Clint Myers just sort of popped up. He goes, next comp, make sure
I am going to make sure Justin gets here.
Yeah. And he also said, make sure Shahina gets there, Roger Trier as well. So are we allowed to say? Are we allowed to say officially, is Shahina going to be there?
Look what I have here. Roger.
Oh, it's upside down.
Yeah. I keep them at home. We ran out of them here at the store, and I had to go home and get some to fill order.
So, Can we confirm? Is Shahina going to be at the next one, mate?
If she wants to fly over and we talk, I will invite her. Okay.
There you go, Shahina, mate. She's here. She's listening. So there you go.
Well, I was looking for her in the comments. I didn't know if she was there.
And so, in your mind, like Dustin is a crazy weapon. What do you think? How do you think Dustin's going to go against the Chili Queen? Have you seen her videos?
Yeah, but I don't think she's had anything quite as hot as what we have here.
All right.
And it's going to be a little bit different. See, I watch a lot of those contests, and I'm not going to do a speed round this time because some people can just shove massive amounts of stuff in their mouths and get it down. And I'm not just talking about one person. I'm talking about around the world. I see people who shouldn't be win because they can eat tons of stuff. Like, and I'm not dissing him. My buddy Greg Foster, okay? I've never seen a man put so much food in his mouth and just swallow it as that man. He can eat. If you're at a table of 8, he can out-eat 7 of the 8 people sitting there, okay?
That always sounds like a line out of South Park. What would Roy Boitano do?
Yeah.
I've seen a man eat so many chicken wings.
But if you have a speed round, he can shove so much in his mouth that other people can't even go there. Okay.
Somebody just said something with a primo. There's a primo comp with Shahina versus Atomic a little while ago.
Yeah, there was out in California, and it came down to the speed round.
Yeah.
I think that we can have enough rounds the way that I want to do it. That people will just keep on eating different peppers.
Right. So are you saying that the next one's going to be more like the New Zealand one, where it's just brutal and endurance and stamina and like mass eating? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, it's going to be brutal. I don't really want to get into it because we've already. She's shaking her head over here because I'm going to hurt her.
She's like, I'm going to do that. Bella's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
So can we be a team or?
You're in.
Clint, I think Justin is going to be a champ. We just couldn't, I put on this competition. Netflix was just here filming, okay? I just didn't have enough money to get him over here at the...
Clint's just jumped in there. He says, we don't do speed rounds in New Zealand. Last man or woman standing.
That's
Bang.
it.
Ooh.
That's the way.
That's why they're so rough, because they go for like 2.5 hours. I saw one, and I was like, Jesus Christ! And Johnny, that was the thing. Johnny said I can't remember what place he got in yours one, but he was like 5th place in the New Zealand one, and he got out in round 20. Round 20, dude! Holy crap!
Yeah, he was. I think he was 6th place in ours. He was hurting. He wasn't on his game, I don't think, because he was hurting really bad. And I was like talking to him on the stage, and I said, "It's okay, brother. You've done good, And
that's right. Yeah, Stu's just saying, you heard it here first. Shahina wins team, and the next one, we are.
Well,
Stu's just saying, you heard it here first, guys. Shahina wins team, and the next one.
We need to talk, and if she wants to come,
Shahina got to talk. I will talk to the again.
Yeah, I will bring her here. I talked with everybody at that was in the last contest before they got invited. Okay.
Apparently, Brandon says you had to do a speed round because the band was scheduled to play on stage.
Yeah, we did.
Or just play around us. Just play around us. It's okay.
I know. It was funny.
Oh, was it?
We'll be filming the next one, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And there might be some more stuff coming out on Netflix and on other TV in between now and then.
Speaking of, we're going to do something really interesting here in Australia. I don't know. Have you ever heard of State of Origin? Like, do you watch football much at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how you got NFL there. We've got rugby league here. We're going to attempt something very different. So we've got a thing called State of Origin, where you have all the best players from that state versus the other players in another state. So it's like the best of the best, right? We're going to have a thing where it's called State of Origin, where we're going to have the best chili competitors from all the different states in Australia versus each other to get one chili champion from Australia. And then they're going to face off against the New Zealand champ and hit you guys up in the world titles. So maybe next one. This is 13 Angry Scorpions, Jekyll and Hyde.
Well, those people will have to come here to be the world champion.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. That's right. Oh, mate.
I got one.
So what's this next one you got there, buddy?
Listen, there was a show in Australia. It's 2 guys who go around doing stupid stuff that I was on.
What was that one called, mate?
I'm trying to remember. They did a tour of the U.S. last year. I was on their show. It was kind of funny. He wanted to eat Pepper X, but he just took little teeny bites. It was hilarious.
All right, so which one you got there? You got the last triple X.
Apollo.
Apollo. Oi. So, matey, look, you said a while ago when you were back in the day, you were trying to breed some crossbreeds in certain strains of weed and pot. You said it got a bit dangerous, mate. Look, why did it get dangerous? And I think a lot of other people want to sort of know what's the difference between breeding pot and chili. Like, tell us a bit about that, mate. So, cheers, buddy.
So what's the difference between breeding what? If you're talking about dope, the reason it got dangerous is because I get high on my own supply.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. It was also illegal to do back in the day. And I was getting arrested all the time. So,
that's probably a good reason. And so were you developing some sort of, if you're a bit of a mad scientist for chilies, were you developing some sort of like super strain there as well? Is that why you got dangerous?
We developed some really high THC strains. And at the time we were just looking into terpenes and CBDs. So it was quite an interesting time. We spent we were getting high on a lot of other things too. I was making a lot of other things, and when you experiment. So one thing led to another.
Look, Ed,
But
that's
the
that's what I
attorneys
wanted
will
to
get
ask.
very angry at me for talking about this. I'm not allowed to talk about this anymore.
So Ed, this I just want to see. I don't know. I maybe just want to see a reaction. Really, if it gets legalized where you are, would you consider putting CBD or THC kind of sources? Would you create a hybrid?
Well,
What?
I've tried a bunch of different CBD sauces and THC sauces, and they're really not that good. Okay, the
Flavor
THC,
wise, or
like the THC sauce I tried, said it contains less than 1/100th of a percent of THC. Okay,
you're like, what's
CBD,
that going to do?
they just put hemp, they put seeds in for flavor. Okay,
Yeah,
and
you
it,
don't eat hemp
it
for
really
flavor.
didn't taste good. And most of
Yeah,
the CBD sauces don't taste good. Uh,
yeah. Okay.
and
Yeah.
there's really no reason to mix them. I really can't get high because I break out in handcuffs.
I like that. I don't
You
get
know,
high. I break a handcuffs.
I am not going to. I'm not going to. I'm going to come up on 22 years
Yeah.
being clean and sober.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm not going to jail. I don't want to meet my
Yeah.
boyfriend again. No, bad joke. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, that was that. All right. So look, this is something you sort of delved on before. I'll show you what sauce I've got now. So I've got this one from Dr. Paul's. This is from WA again. This is Ruby's Reaper, right?
Awesome.
Now, I like this one because this is like a lot of people sort of complain about the Reaper in some ways. They just say they never complain that it's not hot. It's always hot. Everyone knows that. But some people sort of are a bit annoyed about the bitter taste of Reaper sometimes and whatever. But this one was really interesting because this is actually quite a nice taste, right? This one here, and the longevity of the burn. As I showed a few chili heads with their competitors, and they're like, "Whoa, that sticks around."
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
when you use real peppers, that's what happens.
Yeah, yeah. All right, mate. So, what do you got there? What's that one there?
I got the press pool here.
I love that.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So, look, the question I want to ask you, you sort of delved them into before. You said salsa won your wife over, right? I want to know. Look, what was in it? And look, do you sell that original recipe or something? And does the salsa keep you going? Is it the force that binds you to?
Well, I think the thing that keeps me going is my wife is losing her mind and she needs me around to keep her straight. But yes, we have the original recipe. It's called Linda's PMS. It's peach mango salsa, and we're about to redo it with Endorphin Farms, and we're going to re-release it. We took it off the market for the last 5 years.
I really thought you were going somewhere else with the PMS thing.
For me to, I used to dice up all the mangoes by myself and all the peaches. We get fresh peaches and do that, and it's just gotten too busy for me to do all that stuff. So we're going to be making it again, but it's going to be industrial.
She says, "I'll drink to that."
Yeah,
So
cheers.
you definitely think that chili can help you find love, then, for sure. Hey.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh
Look.
yeah.
Oh, there's the naked guy. Bella's over here. She's doing everything I'm doing, by the way.
Oh,
Just so you know. She's just sitting over here. I'm paying her to sit next to me and get high.
Getting high. It's like, Bella, you ready to get high? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Throw California accent on, dude. Yeah, totally, man. Whoa.
So I'm going to do the honey nugget,
Excellent.
the new release from the hot ones.
Yum. I'm going this one. It's called Cobra Chili Fever.
Yeah.
Right? And their slogan is Face the Fury.
I love those guys. I'm very sad that they're not here this year.
Yeah, so you know Vaughn Henry?
Yeah. I know Vaughn and his lovely bride. They've actually come out here to our shop a few times, and I see him at all the shows. Yeah,
he's a good legend, and he's certainly got a whole different batch of flavors to go through. So many different sauces. All right, mate. So look,
there's a lot. I'm not a salt guy. I don't like salt.
No, really?
Yeah. So all the sauces that use fermented, fermented chilies, those large batch chilies that come from like Louisiana Exchange and stuff like that. Yeah. I just don't like the sauces because I just don't like salt. I'll taste them. I'll give my feedback. But I don't use them on a regular basis.
I guess I'm a real barbecue fiend, so I love a bit of sugar. I love a bit of salt. So I'll probably die of a heart attack one day.
Yeah, but see, like with Reaper, if I'm going to use Reaper in a barbecue, I'll add my own amount of salt and my own sugar. I don't want 14% salt. Okay. I want
True. I don't want to die.
Yeah. So that's just the way I do it.
So, buddy, look, I want to ask you, this is the question. Look, you once said, look, money doesn't solve the issues of life. Is that another reason that adds to the reason why you stopped banking? And look, how successful has PUCKERBUTT become now? So we'll choose this one and we'll dive into that.
Money does not solve a thing. You have to have a personal relationship with the God of your understanding. And you understand that the things in life that you need are always met. It's the wants that we focus on that you don't really need them, you just want them. And that's where money comes in. And people chase money to get their wants, not their needs. Okay? When you have a relationship with the God of your understanding, all your needs get met. I have not, Bella can tell you, do I get a paycheck?
No,
I don't get a paycheck.
he doesn't.
I don't get paid. I have literally not been paid since I left the bank. Because this is
that
for love.
Is that your wife takes all the money then?
What's that?
The wife's got all the money.
No, she doesn't get the money.
Everything's in Linda's name. You can't sue me.
No, she retired. She just retired from the rescue mission like 2 years ago. We've been lucky enough to have reserves that we've been able to live on and adopt 2 children at birth and expand this business. Okay.
You adopted your children at birth.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're old. It's a rarity.
Well, I didn't want to say that, but I'm glad you said it for me.
Well, I was 48 and Linda was 50 when we adopted Katie. Okay. 50-year-olds don't get to adopt newborns. All right. But it was a God thing and we got newborn. And we got another one 18 months later. But the business has been on such a growth rate that all the money that we get has to go back into the business. I either have to hire people or buy more equipment or get more land.
So I see what you're saying. So I think what you're saying is that it's not that you're not making money. It's that you're circulating it back into the business to keep it flowing.
100%.
Because, like, I think that was what you sort of said before too. And even Tony Robbins sort of delves in that. He goes, look, putting money back in your business is actually investing. You're investing in your business because if you want your business to grow, you can't just throw a couple of nickels at it. You've got to go, all right, let's keep going and investing because the only way to grow is to keep investing. And I'm sure you would probably agree with that. We've
doubled our acreage of organic farmland every year for the past 5 years.
Vic's asking if you can hire it.
Yeah. Vic, I already offered you a job. We're not going to talk about that right now. We'll talk. Let you and me set up a call. Okay.
All right. Sure.
That's all I'm talking about.
Fair enough. All right, mate. Well, let's go to the next one.
For Shahina.
Yeah, for Shahina. Yeah.
Okay, but literally everything that we do goes back into the business, goes to hire people who need help or who God tells me needs to be part of my family. Everybody said I was crazy for hiring Bella and Brandon. Okay.
He is.
But we all know you're crazy, but
they're part of my family, and I knew that. I knew that from the first time I met them. When I had the reason to hire them, I called them up and I said, I'd like you both to work for me. Okay. And they left what they were doing and they came down.
Good stuff. All right, mate. Well, this is my next one here I got here. This is the COVID-19. It's a cheeky one from Melbourne. It's rated 19 out of 10. So I think it feels like it's about 1.9 million. And if you look cheekily on there, the Reaper even has a COVID corona mask on too. I love it. I love Uncle Mungo's. He's such a cheeky bugger. So listen, the next question I want to delve into.
I'm going to do the bacon.
The bacon. So this is for all the vegan lovers out there. The bacon there. So the question I want to ask you, Matty, is this is what we sort of touched on before. How has the research into peppers curing heart disease and cancer gone? And look, has it yielded any results? Let's elaborate a bit more on that one this time. All right. So
Well,
cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Anybody can go online and start looking for the answers to that. There was a good study that just came out on Monday from the Cleveland Clinic. Without getting into intellectual property, we've proven that certain capsaicinoids can kill cancer. We know that the risk of heart disease lowers by 28% when you eat hot chilies every day.
28%.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
a doctor up at Sanford is using chilies to cure childhood obesity.
Wow.
And
Is
he's
that
got
because
a
you
lot
can't
of
eat when you're
research
burning?
published. See, I thought the research was all supposed to be hush hush because they make me sign NDAs. But you know, the first interview I did on ABC, they had a doctor from Sloan Kettering talking about our research in cancer and heart disease. You know,
Well, there you go.
so he just wanted to be on camera. So
Yeah. Okay.
we're working with people who do ALS. We're working with people who do Parkinson's. I mean, there's a lot of places that they're working with chilies, like you know, all sports creams, all the sports patches. They're all based in capsaicinoids. You know,
Right. Okay.
a lot of the pain relievers are based in capsaicinoids.
I actually know a guy in Australia who's got a good rub, and it's based on capsaicin, what's it called, coconut oil, and beeswax. And he said it's so natural you can actually eat it, and he rub it on, and like it literally relieves pain. Like I've tried. I used to be in football and stuff like that, so I've had nearly every injury there is. And I remember rubbing deep heat on, and it was this terrible smell. You got it in your mouth, it sucked. You got it anywhere, it tasted terrible, it smelled terrible. But there's stuff that has no odor, and like you said, once you start delving into the capsaicin kind of stuff, it just really, it's natural and your body enjoys it. It sort of embraces it more. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
There's a lot of research out there. I let the doctors talk about it because then people start arguing, you know, and if you want to argue with the scientists, go ahead. Okay.
That's right. Look, everyone, Google the health benefits of chili, because like you look it up, and I think there's like 50 nearly health benefits. It's basically a superfood. It's nuts.
Just go to the Cleveland Clinic and read.
This spice might extend your life. All right.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy. All right, mate. Well, I've got this next one here. This is from Rob Dunn there, Australian Extreme Chili Condiments. It's called Where's the Dunny?
Do the honey bonnet.
Nice. So this next question,
we got to get moving because I got to go pick up my kids.
All right, we've only got 2 more to go, mate. So this one and the next one, right? So, matey, look, we just sort of delved into HPLCs, students checking your soil. There's chem labs checking your peppers. Look, do you think you've gotten as far as you have today? Without, would you got as far as we got today without the science? And how much do you think you'd need of science to be a successful grower of chili or a product maker these days, mate? So, cheers, buddy.
Well, you know, science has been involved since the very beginning, not just in the last 20 years. Science is important for breeding, for developing things, you know, if you make a hot sauce in the U.S., you have to send it to scientists to get something called process authority to be able to sell it, you know. So science is involved everywhere. But to grow peppers, all you need is dirt and seeds. Okay. It's not that hard. You don't need all this elaborate equipment. What you need is an egg carton, some dirt, and some seeds. Put the seeds in very small, very shallow, cover them a little bit with dirt, give them water, and give them light. They're going to grow. It's a nightshade. It's a weed by definition. If you can't grow a chili pepper, there is something wrong.
Right. And actually, that's something I saw. One guy was in your patch there, your pepper patch, and he said you delve in a bit of the fish poo there, and then at the same time you said you've got this secret juice that you sort of whack in there every now and then. Are you prepared to say any of the ingredients at all?
No,
or is that
no, sure. That's intellectual property.
Yeah, I thought so, buddy. I thought so. All right, mate.
We might be working with a major firm here in the U.S. that sells plants to almost every chain with that, and I am not going to ruin that deal.
Well, matey, this next one here I got is called Scorpion Strike on Steroids. It's apparently reaching 2.25 million Scoville. It's a hot mofo. when I
want me to
tried,
explain something to you?
sure, buddy, sure.
Unless they're running that through an HPLC at a school, I don't believe a word of any of the claims on any hot sauces, because we've run a lot of sauces through the HPLC and they're nowhere close to what they claim. People, there's a simple thing called a dilution factor. Okay. Once you add vinegar or water, the Scoville's usually cut in about a third. Okay.
He's got it too.
Yeah.
So,
And as you keep on adding stuff to it, you're diluting the Scoville. So people will say, "Oh, I'm using 6.8 cap crystals." Well, did you do the science on the cap crystals? Are they really 6.8 million, or are they just a chemical that mimics capsaicin? You know.
All I know is currently right now, this is probably the hottest sauce I've got. Right, it is. He's the hottest sauce I got.
I'm not doubting it's hot, but I'm doubting.
I know that. Right. Now look, we're at the last bit. This is the last bit of the show. Bella, you can jump in this as well, right? It's called Fuzzy Facts, but I want to explain something to you first as well. Right, got Scorpion Strike on steroids. This is like our last dab in Australia. I've tried your last double X. This one gave me more grief than the last double X. That's why I have it here. Right, it's brutal. It's brutal. Not very tasty, but brutal. Right, what I'm going to do, right, to show a bit more faith of the Australia and what's it called, America kind of alliance. Whack that one there, right? But then to add to the trifecta, right? Let's not forget New Zealand. Let's not forget New Zealand, right? Booty black. I'm not saying it right. Booty black. Yeah, booty Tanawa black. Right. I got told by.
Is that
yeah.
So it's not heaps on there, but you don't need a whole lot, right? Now, this last bit, guys. This last bit is called Fuzzy Facts. Now you're wondering, what the hell are you talking about? Fuzzy Facts, right? Fuzzy Facts, we ask you while you're burning. So that's why I asked you guys. You want to try and get something that's going to challenge you right now, right? This is what I want you guys to do. Put something, whatever's on that spoon, put whatever you think is going to challenge you right now, right? Because right now, this is Kev. Hello. There you go, Kevy. It's away. He's given me some facts about Australia. I've got 10 facts right here about Australia. While you're burning, you've got to try and answer them true or false. All right, you ready, guys?
Yeah.
So these questions here, right? I'm going to go this too. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, man. That's hot.
Bella just said, "Hey, where did I see that sauce before? Was it your house?" And yeah, the Clint sauce is sitting in the
I'm like, I know that sauce.
on the hot sauce bar.
Right. The first question, right? When the first platypus was sent to England, the scientists believed they were being pranked. They thought they had sewn a duck's bill onto a rat. Is that true or false, guys?
That is true.
True.
That's right. It's true. All right. Second question. Tasmania has the second cleanest air in the world. True or false?
True.
Okay, true.
That's actually false. It's number 1.
Oh,
What?
Yeah. Cleanest air in the world.
I thought Antarctica would be cleaner.
Maybe. I don't know. That's what it says in facts, mate. Anyway, look, the Sydney Opera House was inspired by eggs. True or false? Jesus, is hot.
What?
The Sydney Opera House was inspired by eggs. True or false?
By eggs? No, false.
True.
That's right. It was inspired by an orange, the peels of the orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 20 of the world's 25 deadliest snakes are found in Australia. True or false?
True.
That's right. All right. Jesus is hurting. Before 1902, it was illegal to swim at the beach during the day. True or false here in Australia?
I would say that's true.
That's right. It's actually true.
Yeah.
All right.
No way.
Yeah.
Number 6. Durac, Australia's biggest electorate, is larger in size than France. True or false?
I would say true.
True.
It's actually false. It's true. Kind of. It's larger than Mongolia. Yeah, big area in China. Yeah. That's right. You're like, what? All right. In 1992, an Australian gambling syndicate bought almost all the number combinations in the Virginia lottery and won. True or false?
True.
True.
That's right, mate. They turned a $5 million purchase into a $27 million win. All right. 3 to go. Oh, geez, I'm burning, guys. I'm melting here. Eucalyptus oil is a fire retardant. True or false?
Is a what?
A fire retardant.
True.
True. Yeah.
actually false. It's highly flammable, meaning gum trees may explode if ignited or in bushfires. That's why bushfires are so brutal here.
Wow.
All right, 2 more to go. A bearded Australian was removed from a darts match in the UK after all the audience started chanting "Jesus, Jesus" at him, distracting the players. True or false?
True.
That's actually true. All right, last question. In 1975, Australia had a government shutdown, which ended with the Queen firing everyone and the government starting all over again. True or false?
True.
Is that true?
That's true. The Queen's like,
8 out of 10, baby.
You win. I'm terrible at this.
pretty good, guys. Pretty good. So, look, mate, congratulations. You absolutely smashed it, guys. I am melting down, so I'm going to let you guys talk. Look, to give us 60 seconds, tell us what's happened in the world of Ed Currie. What's going on in the future? What's happened with PUCKERBUTT Farms? What's going on from now on? What are we to expect in the world in the future?
You boss man.
We're already rebedding all the fields for next year's plants. We're still cooking hot sauce and still working away at the mash, and we're selling like mad here at the company. I put a lot of things on sale for everybody for the holidays, and my world is about to get crazy because it's Christmas time and I got little kids.
Yeah. So you got to
I'm
keep
going
that
to
going.
put up 42,000 lights at my house.
Wow. Good luck with that, mate. Don't get zapped. Otherwise,
I got a lot of employees. That's what they get to do.
Fun times, buddy. Oh, well, look, thank you very much for coming to the show. Thank you for having a burn and answering all our questions. And look, mate, if we don't see you and talk to you later on, have a Merry Christmas, buddy.
Have a Merry Christmas. And everybody out there, I love you. God bless you. And thank you for all the love and support.
God bless you, every single one. All right, see you, Bella. Love you guys. All right, no worries, legends. All right, Spice Legends, thank you so much for seeing the burn and seeing me melt down with Ed Currie. Thank you for watching this craziness. I know it's pretty early here in Australia. 4 p.m. We started over there in North Carolina, South Carolina. Well, legends, that's it. All I have to say is keep calm and be awesome.